Now we'll go back just like we did before, and we'll just push this up underneath our door. All that way. If you got any wrinkles, just lift it up, push them out. And just take your squeegee and just roll right over that edge, making sure that vinyl is stuck. Working it all the way underneath that rocker. Alright, now we move back here. What we're going to do here, between the cab and the bed, we're going to split the difference about halfway. Maybe just to the right of halfway. We're going to leave a little bit more on the cab side than we do on the bed side. We're going to slice it right down that line. Okay? And what we're going to do, we're going to, just like we did before, where this weld seam is, we're going to go ahead and just trim that out. Just cut a straight line right where that weld is, where that rocker panel meets the cab. Alright? Go ahead, you can finish out your rocker here on the door. Once again, where that rocker is rounded up here in the back, it's right in here. You can either trim it off, or you can cut it and just let it overlap itself a little bit. It's what we call a relief cut. So we'll raise that up, fold that underneath, and lay the top piece over. And that allows that material to conform to that curve at the very back of this rocker. Alright, now what we're ready to do is finish out this little piece here. Once again, you want to pull it loose and make sure it fits into this indentation on the body molding right here. Okay? And what we're getting into back here is a compound curve, which means our truck's going to curve this way and it's curving this way. And when you get into that situation, what you have to do is make a relief cut in it, which is nothing more than a cut that allows this material to overlap itself so that it lays flat. Once again, what you don't want to do is you don't want it to create wrinkles in the material. What you want to do is you want to start at the bottom and work your way up. That way these pieces overlap each other just like shingles do on a roof. So as this piece lays down, the next piece folds right on top of it. And where this curve is the most, you'll have to put your cuts closer together. So right here at the very back of this, we're going to lay this first piece in. And I would just let the material be the guide as far as how many relief cuts you need to put in it. Okay? So as you're going along and this material wants to pucker up on you, that's a signal that you need to put another relief cut in it so that it will lay flat. And then what you'll find is that you roll those over like that. That will then conform to that shape of the truck. Now I'll go ahead and make several of these relief cuts. We just go up the side here roughly about every half inch and put these relief cuts into this material. Up here it's a little bit flatter. You can spread them out a little bit more. So then what we do is just starting from the bottom, just wrap those around the truck just like fingers. Push them down with your thumb. Just one right after the other. And that just conforms right around the shape of that cab in the back of it here. You take your squeegee, you can just go over that whole section, okay? This piece here is going to have to move forward just a hair. So I got enough to cover this corner right here. So once again, you can pull that off, slide it forward just a hair, go ahead and touch it down just slightly. And you can back up, take a look at it, and make sure it's just the way you want it. And then begin to squeegee. I get a lot of people that are afraid to work with this stuff because they're afraid if they stick it down, they'll never get another opportunity to pull it back up. Well, that's not the case at all with this stuff. You can even stick the adhesive to itself and pull it back apart. You can wrinkle it all up and smash it down. It looks horrible. You can take it, pull it all back apart, take your squeegee, and lay it right back down the way you need it. So it's not as scary a product to work with as a lot of people believe it to be. So we're going to take our squeegee, making sure our body molding here, we've got a little indentation right down in here like we had in the front. We're going to pull that loose. Make sure you get that in there real good. Push that in with your finger, with your tool. Make sure you don't allow that material to gap away from that area. So what we're doing here is we're just working all the wrinkles out and working ourselves around that, into that indentation right there. Now that we're past that, we're just going to work our squeegee all the way down, across the bottom. We're just about around here to the back. Now we've got it all the way down. And we come along and just trim off the back here. Just go ahead and push that down. Squeegee it in. Now we do the same thing with the front here, where we're going to cut it and we're going to wrap it around just like we did on the other side. Trim that off, and then make your cuts about every half inch, or where there's a corner at. You may need to make them a little bit closer. And then we're going to start at the bottom, and we're going to wrap it around like so. Start right from the edge of the metal of the truck outward.